Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Welcome back to Harry's Highlights. On this video, we're going to talk about the book Think and Grow Rich. Now, this is all about understanding how to achieve wealth and maintain it. Now, what I like about this one, this book was written a long time ago now, but so many of the things and the fundamentals in it are still so applicable today. And so what I want to do is I want to talk about and understand some of those things. So, some of those fundamentals is all about the foundation of how you do things will help you on your path or journey to success. Having these right foundations, solid foundations, and the fundamental ways of doing things will not only help you achieve wealth, but also maintain it. Because you can build a mansion on sand, but over time, it'll fall, crumble, it'll shift, It's about having the right fundamental foundation, the right base to build everything on. If you can get that right first, then you can, almost grow exponentially. So you see, the reason why some trees fall over is because their roots, even though they're a massive tree, their roots have not grown in deep enough, And they say that during times of storms and things like that, the reason why trees, what will normally happen with storms is the trees start to grow their roots deeper. And the reason is because they understand that it's everything. It doesn't matter how thick and big they are on top. It's their roots. It's their foundation is what gives them the strength to weather anything. And it's the same thing here. The reason why you'll be able to create wealth and maintain it, not just get there, not just win the lottery and all of a sudden you're rich one day, poor the next, is because you've got the right fundamentals, the strong, solid foundations that you built everything on. So one of the first things I talk about, one of those fundamentals, is about you've got to have a burning desire. It's got to be more than a want. It's got to be a need. It's got to be, if I don't do this, it's a fight or flight. When you fight or flight is one or the other. It's either, there's no sort of negotiating oh, maybe I will, maybe I won't. It's like, I'm doing one or the other. It's like, you're going to become wealthy or you're not. You have to have that burning desire. You need to have such a focus, such conviction and passion that it's going to happen to become wealthy. Because if you just sort of think about anybody that wants to play high level sport, anyone that wants to go to the Olympics, they don't just sort of hope for it. They have a burning desire. They work on it. They get up 4 a.m. every morning, rain, hail, or shine, cold, warm, doesn't matter what the temperature is or what the situation is like. They will get up. They have a burning desire because their goal is they want to go to the Olympics. So they will put everything into it. They've got a burning desire to make it happen. The same thing has to happen with wealth. It's not for the chosen few. It's for the few that choose. And you have to choose that this is what you're going to do. It has to be fundamentally a burning desire. It has to be that I'm going to make this happen. I will until. That meaning that there's no negotiation, that it is you will be so persistent with it, which is the next thing I want to talk about there, is persistence. Is that when it comes to thinking and grow rich, when it comes to achieving wealth, it's persistence. It's your constant compounded efforts each and every day. So it's with anything. Wealth is just one example of it. But you want to lose weight? It's not the 2 hours you do once a month. It's the 20 minutes you do every day. If you want to, the reason why you achieve a degree or anything like that is not because you read the one book once or because you've submitted one essay or one assignment. It's the compound of the work you put in every single day for 5 days a week, for 4 years straight. That was why you achieved it. Same thing here, the persistence. The reason why you reached the top of the mountain is not because you ran really hard for a little bit and then stopped. It's because you did a little bit each and every day. Each and every day you kept moving forward, See, which is the next thing I want to talk about is that you've got to put yourself in environments that profit your well-being. I use the example of you take any plant at all. You could give it, the best soil in the world, all the water it needs. And, fantastic, amounts of care and, when it comes to pests and things like that. But if it's in an environment that's toxic, if it's in an environment that doesn't promote well-being, it doesn't matter how many valuable options it has, it's still not going to grow. It's the same thing with you. You need to put yourself in environments that profit your well-being, that are going to give you the best opportunity to grow and get to the best that you can be. So that's why, when you see people that they go to these camps, when you're using sport, for example, they go to a camp because they need to be in an environment that is conducive of success. It's conducive of them achieving their goals. There is nothing there that's going to hinder them or make it harder for them to achieve it. See, they say you are the average of the 5 people you spend most time around. So if you're spending your time around the average of the 5 other people, they're all not on the path to success. They're not success orientated. They're not trying to achieve wealth and have more in life. Then you'll average out them. They say, you hang around 4 millionaires, you'll be the 5th. You hang around 4 poor people, you'll be the 5th. You think about it another way, is that if you hang around 4 people with the cold, with some sort of sickness, you'll probably be the 5th. You hang around 4 healthy people, it's unlikely you're going to get sick. If all the people you hang around are all very heavily into sport, there's a good chance you'll be as well. If all of them are very health conscious and go to the gym every day, there's a good chance you will as well. So you've got to choose the people that you surround yourself with. Are they helping you on your goals, helping you on the path to achieving your goals? It's in every way and everything you do, it's so fundamentally true. You see, like, for example, a duck that gets raised with a family of chickens. It's going to act like a chicken. Even though it's a duck, it's going to act like a chicken because it is the average of what it spends its time around. You see these things like, on the farm, the pet pig that grew up around the dogs. It acts like a dog because it's the average of the 5 things that hangs around the most. It's the exact same thing with people. If you surround yourself with other people that aren't on the same path as you, it's unlikely you'll achieve the path that you wanted to achieve. You'll achieve the average of what they're achieving. So which brings the next part is that you've got to create your mastermind group. You've got to have a group of people that you can compound ideas of, that are on a similar path, that you can talk to about, hey, like when it comes to sport again, you're hanging around other people that are there talking about the same goal. If you're playing basketball, you don't go hang around with a bunch of golfers. You hang around other people playing basketball because that's what you're going to compound your ideas about and talk about and help you to achieve your success. When it comes to wealth and things like that, you hang around other people on that path to success or on that journey of wealth. That's your mastermind group. You wanna compound it. It goes. Ideas then, instead of 1 + 1 = 2, it's 1 + 1 = 3. Because your idea plus their idea now creates a third idea. And it's this compounding effect that happens. The other thing I want to talk about there is about specialized knowledge. Is that you shouldn't fill yourself with knowledge on everything. Because just knowing something doesn't always make it profitable. You have to be able to apply it. So it's back to that librarian analogy and understanding of that if knowledge was all we needed, every librarian would be a billionaire. But it's the application, not just the knowledge, is what makes the difference. And it's understanding that, a great example of it is that Henry Ford was famous for, starting Ford Motors. He knew almost next to nothing about certain parts of the car, but he could run a company extremely well. And they said to him that, how does this part work? And then, I don't know. How does this part work? These are your cars, how does this part work? I don't know. And then they go, how does it? He goes, let me stop you there. Before you ask me another question which tries to portray me in a way that I'm unintelligent, let me explain this to you. I can push a button that'll summon a person who can tell me everything I need to know backwards about that topic. There's no benefit to me knowing it if I have somebody else who already does. It's about specialized knowledge, about me having the knowledge that's going to help my company grow, help my company run like a well-oiled machine. That is what I know. It's about understanding that just because I know something doesn't always make it profitable, and it's my ability to apply it. I don't work on the cars, I work on the company. So I will direct all my knowledge and all my effort into learning more about how to run my company better, not on how to make my cars better. I have people that do that, and their specialized knowledge is what will affect that. So before you ask me another question to try and make me look like a fool, keep that one in mind. And that was a perfect example of understanding that people that on their path to success and want to achieve wealth, they focus on what needs to be done. They focus on the goal and nothing else. It's called like trimming the fat or removing the fluff. They don't absorb the knowledge of everything. They just absorb the knowledge on what is going to specifically benefit them, because it's about streamlining the whole process and delegating to other people who their interest or their goal is to be specialized in that knowledge. So utilize them. There's no benefit to me having all this knowledge when I'm not even going to apply some of it. It's having the knowledge that I am going to apply and compounding it from there. See, you've got to... There's a great saying there that a lot of people are raised with the belief that if you work, you won't starve. When that is so untrue nowadays. How many times have you heard of, or I've heard of or seen doctors, people with these high-level degrees, they go bankrupt. You know, they're in professions that are extremely sought after, yet end up with no money. Because understanding wealth and how to maintain it now is not just about following the same rules that worked a long time ago. You've got to adapt with the times, and so many things are changing now that you have to constantly challenge and question the way things are. So that old belief of that if you simply work and you won't starve is no longer true. You've got to look at things in like, how do you stay ahead of the curve? How do you not only achieve wealth, but maintain it? And it's about understanding that the value your thoughts generate is solely limited by your imagination. So any idea or thought that you have, the amount of value it can provide or the ability to turn it into a profitable idea is purely based on your imagination. Understanding that anything that's ever been created or thought of was once an idea. And any system or any way, an improvement was once an idea. So anything you look at, the thoughts and stuff that you have towards it and the ability to apply it and have it be profitable in some way, whether it be, streamlining the process, inventing something new, or whether it be, creating more money for you. It's limited only by your imagination. So understanding that the limits to wealth is purely based on your ability to think helps you understand just how much control you have over the situation and just how much potential you truly have to become wealthy and successful. So to summarize quickly, I talked about how to achieve wealth and maintain it. It's all about fundamentals, about having the right thinking. Understand that you need to have a burning desire to be able to push through when times are tough. It's not like I'll do it when I want to. It's I will do it until. I will persist until. I will until. That it becomes a non-negotiable. You have to put yourself in environments that profit your well-being, that help you grow and achieve what you want to achieve. You are the average of the 5 people you hang around, so be very conscious and aware of the people. Are you hanging around other people that are sick? Are you hanging around other people that are not conducive of your success? You have to create your mastermind group, be around other people that you can bounce ideas off and compound those ideas so you can achieve more, grow more, and learn more. Have specialized knowledge. Don't take on the information on everything. Just take on what you need to know that's going to help you on your path. Understand that it's persistent. It's about what you do. The little bit you do every day is far more important than the lot that you do once in a blue moon. Understanding though that that it's no longer enough to just work and you won't starve. You have to be ahead of the game. You have to be constantly learning and growing. Understanding that the value of your thoughts that you generate is only limited by your imagination. So never discount the things that you think that are just a thought. Understand that there's a lot of value in them and it's only limited by what you think. So your success, the wealth that you can achieve, your potential is purely capped by your imagination. And take all that information as the reason why you can think and grow rich. Now, we'll be making a lot more of these videos for this training series to help you with your personal development goals. That's all for now though. So until next time, leave a comment below on what you like the most and look forward to sharing more with you in the next episode of Harry's Highlights.